to hear. Self-sustained, don't live in fear. He ain't buying what they steer. Self-righteous, here to tell. The world's gone straight to, well, got no love for ATF, says liberals, they're a mess. LifeLiberty, he's so proud. Living off the grid, not with the crowd. Shaking fists at big city's mess. His way's the only, nothing less. Solar panels on the roof. Solar panels on the roof. No one tells him what's the truth. Buys his goods from local folks. Hates the government side pokes. Plants the seeds, the garden grows. Hates the talk of those he opposes. Got his place, his peace of mind. Voices loud, the blind lead the blind. LifeLiberty, he's so clear. He's the echo we all hear. Takes a stand, won't bow down. Got his kingdom, wears the crown. The seeds, the garden grows. Hates the talk of those he opposes. Got his place, his peace of mind. Voices loud, the blind lead the blind. LifeLiberty, he's so clear. He's the echo we all hear. Takes a stand, won't bow down. Got his kingdom, wears the crown. LifeLiberty, he's so clear. He's the echo we all hear. Takes a stand, won't bow down. Got his kingdom, where's the crown? Where's the crown? LifeLiberty with a musty beard, preaching loud for all to hear. Self-sustained, don't live in fear. He ain't buying what they steer. LifeLiberty with a musty beard, preaching loud for all to hear. Self-sustained, don't live in fear. He ain't buying what they steer. Self-righteous, here to tell. The world's gone straight to, well, got no love for ATF, says liberals, they're a mess. LifeLiberty, he's so proud. Living off the grid, not with the crowd. Shaking fists at big city's mess. His way's the only, nothing less. Solar panels on the roof. Solar panels on the roof. No one tells him what's the truth. Buys his goods from local folks. Hates the government side pokes. Plants the seeds, the garden grows. Hates the talk of those he opposes. Got his place, his peace of mind. Voices loud, the blind lead the blind. LifeLiberty, he's so clear. He's the echo we all hear. Takes a stand, won't bow down. Got his kingdom, wears the crown. The garden grows. Hates the talk of those he opposes. Got his place, his peace of mind. Voices loud, the blind lead the blind. LifeLiberty, he's so clear. He's the echo we a stand, won't bow down. God is kingdom, where's the crown? LifeLiberty, he's so clear. He's the echo we all hear. Takes a stand, won't bow down. God is kingdom, where's the crown? Where's the crown? LifeLiberty with a musty beard, preaching loud for all to hear. Self-sustained, don't live in fear. He ain't buying what they steer. LifeLiberty with a musty beard, preaching loud for all to hear. Self-sustained, don't live in fear. He ain't buying what they steer. Self-righteous here to tell, the world's gone straight to, well, got no love for ATS, says liberals, they're a mess. LifeLiberty, he's so proud, living off the grid, not with the crowd, shaking fists at big city's mess. His way's the only, nothing less. Solar panels on the roof, solar panels on the roof. No one tells him what's the truth. Buys his goods from local folks, hates the government side folks. Pokes, plants the seeds, the garden grows. Hates the talk of those he opposes. God his place, his peace of mind. Voices loud, the blind lead the blind. LifeLiberty, he's so clear. He's the echo we all hear. Takes a stand, won't bow down. God his kingdom, where's the crown? The garden grows, hates the talk of those he opposes. God his place, his peace of mind. Voices loud, the blind lead the blind. LifeLiberty, he's so clear. He's the echo we all hear. Takes a stand, won't bow down. God his kingdom, where's the crown? LifeLiberty, he's so clear. He's the echo we all hear. Takes a stand, won't bow down. God his kingdom, where's the crown? Where's the crown? LifeLiberty with a musty beard, preaching loud for all to hear. Self-sustained, don't live in fear. He ain't buying what they steer. LifeLiberty with a musty beard, preaching loud for all to hear. Self-sustained, don't live in fear. He ain't buying what they steer. Self-righteous here to tell, the world's gone straight to, well, got no love for ATS, says liberals, they're a mess. LifeLiberty, he's so proud, living off the grid, not with the crowd, shaking fists at big city's mess. His way's the only, nothing less. Solar panels on the roof, solar panels on the roof. No one tells him what's the truth. Buys his goods from local folks, hates the government side folks. Pokes.
Hi, my name is Jenny. I'm a sophomore, and this is for all three of you. Can you say why America is the greatest country in the world?
Diversity and opportunity.
Lewis?
Freedom and freedom. So let's keep it that way.
Will?
The New York Jets.
No, I'm going to hold you to an answer on that. What makes America the greatest country in the world? Why is America
Not the greatest country in the world, Professor. That's my answer.
You're saying...
Yes.
Let's talk about...
Fine. Sharon, the NEA is a loser. Yeah, it accounts for a penny out of our paycheck, but he gets to hit you with it anytime he wants. It doesn't cost money. It costs votes. It costs airtime and column inches. You know why people don't like liberals? Because they lose. If liberals are so fucking smart, how come they lose so goddamn always?
Hey.
And with a straight face, you're going to tell students that America is so star-spangled awesome that we're the only ones in the world who have freedom? Canada has freedom. Japan has freedom. The UK, France, Italy, Germany, Spain, Australia, Belgium has freedom. So 207 sovereign states in the world, like 180 of them have freedom.
All right.
And yeah, you, sorority girl, just in case you accidentally wander into a voting booth one day, there's some things you should know. And one of them is, there is absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world. We're 7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science, 49th in life expectancy, 178th in infant mortality, 3rd in median household income, number 4 in labor force, and number 4 in exports. We lead the world in only 3 categories: number of incarcerated citizens per capita, number of adults who believe angels are real, and defense spending, where we spend more than the next 26 countries combined, 25 of whom are allies. Now, none of this is the fault of a 20-year-old college student, but you nonetheless are, without a doubt, a member of the worst generation ever. So when you ask what makes us the greatest country in the world, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Sure used to be. We stood up for what was right. We fought for moral reasons. We passed laws, struck down laws for moral reasons. We waged wars on poverty, not poor people. We sacrificed. We cared about our neighbors. We put our money where our mouths were, and we never beat our chest. We built great big things, made ungodly technological advances, explored the universe, cured diseases, and we cultivated the world's greatest artists and the world's greatest economy. We reached for the stars, acted like men. We aspired to intelligence. We didn't belittle it. It didn't make us feel inferior. We didn't identify ourselves by who we voted for in the last election, and we didn't scare so easy. We were able to be all these things and do all these things because we were informed by great men who were revered. First step in solving any problem is recognizing there is one. America is not the greatest country in the world anymore. Enough?
Welcome to the LifeLiberty Show. Today, we are going to be promoting the little mini-series we got coming up. Our mini-series is going to be covering Universe 25. And what Universe 25 is Dr. Cohen in the early 60s, really in the early 50s, he started working towards an experiment where he put mice in a perfect environment to see and pay attention to the psychology of what they would do. And every time they had the same result. And that result was that at a certain point, they would all die. And it wasn't even at its max capacity. So what he found was there were 11 stages of doubling. And it is so close to what is going on in society now. I'm telling you, there is so much to it. We're going to take a 20-minute section and we can talk about it hopefully 6 hours, and we'll have 6 shows, because there's so much and so in depth that it only validates what we're saying in the fact that we have to take care of ourselves and we have to prepare. Is it a day late and a dollar short? I don't think so. Is it possible that we're a day late and a dollar short? Absolutely. But we can't give up. So we've been in contact with some people that were involved with the experiments and have done studies, and we're hoping and praying to bring them in and have them on the show. Guys, we've been saying this at least for months on the show. This is what we've been saying, is we have to be sustainable. We have to be. As a nation, we're not going to be sustainable because the people that are in charge don't want us to be dependent on ourselves. That is what we have to do. We have to. So please come check it out. Let everybody know that we're going to be doing it and be watching out. You guys y'all's minds are going to be blown. We're going to break down and point out every little part of society that the psyche of what he's talking about fits today. That's Universe 25. It was a rat experiment. He put rats in a temperature controlled, disease free, all the food they needed, all the water they needed, and just watched them to see what they would do. And the things that he noticed are happening right now. And we are at a cusp that if things don't change, it will be the demise of mankind. I know, it sounds fucking crazy. We watched it, and it just kind of smacked us in the face. We were like, what the fuck? This is happening right now. And I know I got a smile on my face. I've only got a smile because I'm so excited to put this information out. And hopefully we get the daughter of Dr. Cohen to join us. We've reached out to her. We're hoping that she chooses to join us. And if we can make that happen, she knows what he was researching and how he felt and every little nuance, right? it would be amazing to have somebody that was probably growing up around it and seeing it. I'm excited. The government is unsustainable. We are at the precipice of, yeah, we absolutely are. We absolutely are on a precipice. And you just got to let everybody know. Tell everybody the Life Liberty Show is showing something that could be an eye-opening experience for everybody. And just do a little dive, right? There's YouTube videos that kind of just touch on it. We are going to dive deep. And when I say deep, I've got 15 tabs open on my computer here of information that just ties into this. And it has got me excited. I haven't been able to think about anything else for a little over a month. And this guy noticed the habits, right? The habits of the mice and the things that were happening. It was just unbelievable. So listen, get out there, grow your own food, and fucking be sustainable. I've said it once, I've said it a million times, and I'm going to say it a million more until people realize that you have to take care of yourself. Listen, I'm not trying to be Alex Jones, InfoWars, but you have to. We have to take care of ourselves. Ain't nobody else going to do it. The government does not give a fuck. And they continuously give our money away that we work really hard for. And all we are is a fucking income tax check for them. They take our money and give it to other countries. The second you are given a birth certificate and a social security number, they determine an average amount of tax revenue they can receive from you. They have these numbers figured out. Why do you think they're bringing immigrants over? It's not for elections. It's for money. Give them a social security number and they can receive their tax dollars. That is why. And we as Americans aren't producing enough babies. Our population is growing in America from immigration. On average, a couple is producing one child. That means we're shrinking. Yes. Are there some that are producing 4, 5, 6? In rare cases, 9, 10, 12, 18, right? 18 kids and counting. Rare cases. But how many homosexuals do we have that are producing 0? Right? Which is something in the study that they found that even the mice would get bored and resort to homosexuality. What the fuck? Like, we are going to dig into this so fucking far. And you can look at everything that's going on and you can see it. And this was done in the 70s. And He has a mathematical equation. Is it right? I don't know. But is it eerie how close it is? Abso-fucking-lutely. It is eerie as shit. When we get this put out, we hope that it goes fucking viral. I've seen a couple of the other YouTube channels, a couple of the other videos. Very basic. Kind of wash over it. We are doing a deep dive. And I really want everybody to be involved and see it. It smacked both of us. Universe 25. Guys, and when we become sustainable, you are going to have to defend your property and your goods. And the best way to defend your goods is with tactical gear from warhorseordnance.com. They are an American-made, veteran-owned tactical company. They have all of your tactical needs, medical gear. They have bug-out bags. They can also put you in contact with some of the best instructors in the country. They have a network of people that can help. That is warhorseordnance.com. Listen, get out there and buy some shit from Warhorse. Really good friend of mine, and he makes some of the best tactical gear on the market, if not the best. None of that fucking Chinese 511 bullshit. You got to buy American. We can turn this around, I hope. Right? I want to have a little bit of optimism. It's hard. Because when you see this study, it's just going, and he says it. He says it, right? He says that it's either going to breed optimism or pessimism. There are people that are going to be optimistic. If we continue in the path we're going, it shows a fall. If we make changes that can plateau and we stay where we're at, right? And that would breed for good growth later on. We just have to make a move and make it happen. Guys, I really appreciate everybody being here. Get in the comments, ask some questions. I will answer anything you got. And here we go. We've got about 10 minutes of the show left. I'm going to go ahead and drop a banner here. If you want to give me a call, we got about 10 minutes. We can talk about this a little bit. I will answer any questions anybody's got. But guys, I know I keep saying it, but it's fucking amazing. We have stumbled across something. In fact, a good friend of ours gave it to us because we like going down rabbit holes. And he was like, hey, here's a rabbit hole. Didn't think anything of it, right? Let's see. Just got here. Is the subject estrogen? No, it's not estrogen. What we're talking about is Universe 25. It is a rabbit hole that we just found that is unbelievably, eerily close to what is going on in our society right now. It is unbelievable, and we're going to be covering it. It's going to be a mini series, hopefully 6 episodes we can get out of it. No, I don't have any updates on the hurricane situation. All I know is they absolutely need help. And I did see that there are 2 more depressions that are possible to form into, they call them events or incidents because they're not quite formed as a depression or a tropical storm. They're just some things that they're paying attention to in the Caribbean, and one a little east that is going to be coming in. So there are a couple to pay attention to. I'm sure there's some political news going on with Hurricane Helene, right? We didn't really see anything in Florida, some flooding, some buildings fell down. But Universe 25, Rick, what he did was he took 4 male mice and 4 female mice, dropped them in a what he called a universe. It was a box that had what he called hotels, I believe is what he called them, or apartments. And they had all the water they needed, all the food that they needed, and temperature controlled. It was disease free, and so it was a perfect utopia. And they had all of the space needed for, I think it was 3,600 mice to grow. They only reached 2,000, and then it fell off. So it was the psychology and the habits I can see in us today. Is universe history based? Universe 25 is a study that Dr. Cohen did. And he was a psychologist and a ecologist, I think is what it was. So we'll have it better. But he spent his whole career doing these studies, and he's done it over and over and over. And you can see in the history, in our history, how it meets up with his study. It is astounding. Let's see, there's supposed to be a new one coming through. Yeah, there's 2 of them that are building. There's 2 hurricanes that are possibly building, 60% chance with one of them. And how can we help North Carolina? As we had Pineapple on the last time, Pineapple Planet, just outside of Asheville, he was saying that still come to the area. Don't go to Asheville. Don't go to Asheville. Don't be afraid to go to the state of North Carolina. Their ecosystem and their economy still needs people there. That's what they're based on. But yeah, it's Universe 25. Check it out, Rick. Do a little bit of research. We're going to do a deep dive. I really appreciate everybody being here. Go ahead and check out the merch. Link in our bio. Dead Pedophiles Don't Reoffend. We have a couple shirts and hoodies that say live, love, and toaster bath. We have some Trump merch in there. We've got some merch that's got my pretty mug on it. Get over there and get some. Easter Island, kind of like Easter Island. But this was repeated, right? The study was repeated over 30 years. And it's all he did. He wrote books about it. There's documentaries out there. By the way, I think, the documentary that is put out, we've actually tried to find, we found it, but it's not available in America. It's not available in England. It's not available in Switzerland. It's not available in Australia, but it's available in Russia. So it's why do they want to hide this, right? So we're going to get in, we're going to bury our nose in it and get some information. I think he originally just started out studying a certain breed of rat and noticed some weird stuff and got it. Yeah, I believe that's what happened as well, Alvin. And there's a whole lot more to it, right? There's some little nuggets that I'm not bringing out because it's for the show, right? We have to have something for the show. You guys just got to check it out. I really appreciate everybody coming in. Go check our link in the bio, and join our locals, subscribe, show us some love, guys. Come over to Rumble. That's where we get all of our money, over at Rumble. YouTube's going to take forever. I'm going to be there, but come check us out on Rumble. In our locals, we're going to start dropping some videos that you're not going to be able to see unless you get on the other side of that paywall. So come check us out. I appreciate everybody coming in. Be looking for the mini-series. And don't forget warhorseordnance.com. You've reached the part of the segment, to be completely honest. To be completely honest, I think that everybody is going to love the story that this is. And we may actually be, in the next 5 years, a fall in the human race. There are some... the mice act like females in that study. Male mice act like female mice. I mean, no, that's not what happens. What ends up happening is the males start doing. They go into homosexuality. So there's aggressive mice that kind of push off some males, and then they get to the point where they don't want to reproduce. They don't even want to procreate. And then they turn to homosexuality. They start humping other male mice. And then the females, so the males that are dominant start dying off. And then the females take over. And then they have pretty mice that don't do anything but sit around and lick themselves and clean their nails and hide and do nothing but eat, sleep, and shit. That's all they do. It gets crazy, man. There's a massive place where they could survive, but they all form into one congregation in one single area. It's pretty cool. We're gonna do a deep dive. I appreciate everybody coming in. Let everybody know that we're gonna be doing this. Please watch for it. As soon as we're done here, I'm gonna get some grub. And then me and my co-host are going to start the process of recording this and getting it out there. I appreciate it, guys. You guys are amazing. Let everybody know. Like, subscribe, and follow. Get into the locals. About to be dropping some really cool shit in there. Buy American. Nobody special. And fuck the ATF.
Drag them in, and they'll follow you until the day you die. I tell myself I've dealt this before. It's hard to get a handle on you walking out the door. So just take another message to the people who know. Talk is growing old, and so am I. And so